Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to today's trade recap from today's price action. I end up taking one trade, and it's the trade that y'all seeing in front of your eyes. I end up taking an L, but I'm going to explain how I found out my bias and how I decided to take this long. So first, coming into the day, I'm going to erase everything that I have. Okay, first coming into the day, we were inside of these 4-hour gaps. We already closed above them, but we were inside like these gaps. I was open to shorts at market open because we were sweeping this buy sell liquidity over here. We were sweeping this buy sell liquidity and we had this 4-hour unfulfilled. And we also had a 1 hour unfulfilled. So I was like open for shorts. If maybe we have like kind of open high, low close at 9:30 with this big ass like accumulation, like this accumulation manipulation distribution. I really like these accumulation lows and coming up to this 1 hour for value, but we just end up ripping to the upside. Then when we validated like everything that we have at the left of us, so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna look for longs, and I'm seeing these as a market maker buy model coming into these highs and all the draws that we have above. So I'm just gonna focus on those draws because whoa, there's like nothing telling me that we are gonna keep going down. Everything that should have give us some type of reaction to keep going down, we just invalidated. So I'm just gonna focus on longs. So I want to see that buy sell liquidity. Then at the 1 hour, nothing, and I end up taking my trade around like 10. We open up this 50-minute for value up over here. We had two 50-minute for value apps. We had this one that it was a little bit more premium, and we have this one in discount of the range. Well, it was a little bit more discounted. It wasn't like in actual discount. I mark out my equilibrium from this swing low to this swing high because well, we had a reaction out of this 50-minute for value up over here, real small, but I took that as the initial, like the sponsor of this movement. So I wanted to see I marked out this equilibrium. So well, we opened up that 50-minute for value up, and at this moment I was like, okay, if we can respect this 5-minute for value that we open up, if we can respect that, I can see maybe shorts coming to this 50-minute for value more discount and maybe seeing the equilibrium. But I'm gonna take this as my condition, and if we invalidate that after tapping into this 50-minute for value while sweeping this intermediate 5-minute, I'm down to take this long. It's a long that I feel pretty comfortable about taking. I end up putting my entry right here, well, a little bit above, and I go fill a little bit above, and my stop loss I end up putting it. I didn't end up putting it at the 5-minute closure. I end up putting it what I did for getting the 1-to-1 to this buy sell liquidity over here. I was putting my stop loss under this candle because I wanted to see this 1 minute for value apps hold to then keep taking us higher. I wanted to see that. And well, yeah, this was my trade idea. Pretty easy, a continuation out of this 50-minute for value app, and then having this 5-minute internal sweep. And something that really like saw me for this trade and make me take this like more comfortable. It was like this little like internal soup, like this little internal like stop hump, if you want to call it like that. This little internal, I really liked it, and that was like an SMT at the moment, I think, but it wasn't nothing significant. Not gonna lie, wasn't nothing significant. Well, we'll see as at this time. This is the 5-minute for value app that we also invalidated in ES. Also tapping inside of this 15-minute. Something that I really liked also is that that ES wasn't a really good place to keep longing, to keep distributing inside of that 50-minute for value app, and we also inverse the 5-minute in ES. So I was like feeling pretty comfortable about taking this. And something that I was like thinking today after taking this loss was like, okay, I feel at peace with taking this loss, and it's something that fits my system. But the thing is that if I feel at peace with this trade, how can I keep improving from these type of like situations and like bettering my win rate? And I think that the thing that I can like take away from today is that after having this big ass expansion, what are we gonna do is that we're gonna this expansion of 231 points. Something that I can do is just wait for a gap a little bit more discounted to then keep taking the continuation in the way that I want to see price moving, because I want to see this Basel liquidity, and well, we end up hitting it, but like by the end of the day, yeah, 435. But waiting for a little bit more discounted prices, because after this big ass expansion, what we're gonna have is that we're gonna have accumulation and then having like a manipulation. So I think that this was like, it was a good setup, but I don't think that it will, that is something that I would take again. If I'm not gonna lie, I was like asking myself that, like, this is a trade that I would take again, or it was just something more mechanic. And I think that is something that it was more mechanic, but it's not something like now I can learn from this and I can say like, okay, it's not a trade that I would love to take again. I didn't mind also like this little low resistance liquidity stop loss, for the reason that since I saw this as a market maker buy model on the higher time frame, I can see these lows being like this till we complete the market maker buy model, to then sweep out this and rebalance the range more and fill out the 4 hour for values or 1 hour for values or anything that we have below. And yes, after taking this loss, something that I really liked is that I didn't feel any like anything of a I want to revenge trade or I want to take another trade. I just felt at peace and I felt calm, because it was something that I set myself the condition that I was going to take, and it's something that fits my system. But still, I want to keep always learning, and something that I learned from today is just waiting for this little more discount after this big ass price action, and seeing more liquidity getting engineered to then take a trade. So maybe this day will have been like a no trade day, or maybe taking like this. Nah, yeah, that's a maybe taking this 3 minute that we had right here. Yeah, this 3 minute inverse and just letting it go. So yeah, that's something that I learned today. But still, I feel pretty happy with my execution. I feel pretty happy with everything that I did today and how I took this loss. And yeah, something else, something funny, is that this trade right here, it was something about news. Like Trump tweeted it like at 10:34, and then we like something about like oil with Iran or some shit like that. I don't know. And boom, that candle appeared. Well, what you gonna do about it? I was like thinking also, like, okay, now after taking the loss, I was like, okay, I'm seeing that Trump tweeted something, but I don't wanna blame it on, okay, he tweeted something, so I'm not gonna try to learn from it, and it's just something that is outside of my control. Um, I prefer, like in this scenario, just seeing it as, okay, I still took the trade. Of course, if I like look bad enough, I'm gonna find something wrong with the trade, but I still want to take accountability and better my statistic and the quality of my trades. So I'm taking accountability for this loss. And well, I still feel pretty happy with the results that I've been having, like the break evens and the losses and everything. Um, it's been pretty tough this February price action, but I feel pretty good about how I'm like just being mechanical and how I'm like playing out and like this price action. So I feel pretty happy about that. That's something that I'm really proud of, and just I believe that we're gonna see better days. We're gonna see better days, and it's something that, well, I believe that the bad months are the best times to learn how to trade and to build more discipline, to build more character, and just to disassociate your the trading from the money and just focus on executing the edge. And that's something that I've been doing super good lately, and I just want to keep focusing on that and just building that muscle and just putting more reps to my statistics. And well, at the end of the day, this trade is just data, and I'm pretty happy with it. This is the thing that I'm gonna learn from it, and waiting for a more discounted. And well, that's it. Thank you so much, y'all, for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day. Peace the fuck out.